So I see you've chosen the SSS. It doesn't really matter. They're all the same. So here we go. So here's my part. And I really don't want to get this part home and find out that it doesn't fit my truck. So what I've done is I've checked three things to make sure that the old part is going to fit. The new part is going to be the same size as the old part and that it's going to fit the truck. I've checked the make, the model, and the year of the new part. And what that tells me is that corresponding parts of congruent trucks are congruent. So I know that because the make, model, and year is the same, this new part will fit. That's the same idea that I'm going to use over here on my two triangles. So we've got a triangle here, and you know about some given information. And a good idea is to start with a diagram. And here's my diagram. They tell me that B is the midpoint of DC. And when we talk about meaning, we're talking about the definition of midpoint. And the definition of midpoint says that if B is in the middle, then the two sides are the same. And BC is the same as DB. So those two sides are equal or congruent. I'm going to use those two interchangeably, even though formally we'll sometimes separate them. They also tell me that AD, this is a given, AD is the same size as AC. And again, they said that they're congruent, but that means they're the same size. And I'm using these little marks to indicate that. Now, there's one final one that's a really silly one, and a lot of people don't get why you're supposed to say this. Well, clearly, AB is the same size as AB, and that's called the reflexive property. They're reflections. I mean, it's the same thing. AB is the same as AB, duh. Now, what I have is I've got a triangle with three sides, A, B, and BD, and DA, that are the same as the other three sides on that other triangle. That means that by side, 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 these two triangles, ABD and ABC, are congruent. And just like on my truck, where all the parts of the same year, make, and model are the same, all the parts on the triangle are the same. So that means that this angle, DAB, there's DAB, and CAB have to be the same size because they're corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And there you go. I'm going to do it more formally and it'll take a little bit longer and we'll write it up. But there you have it.